She talking about some. I asked God for a sign, and there's a butterfly,
Oh,
baby.
yes, let's talk
You
about
are in the
her.
middle of Fiji. It's butterflies everywhere, girl. I don't think we need to be out in the middle of nature, a jungle or beachfront, and talking about butterflies or the sign
Facts,
at
facts,
all. At
facts.
all.
And
Maybe
I'm
a bear. Maybe a bear walking by. We can say it's a sign. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 19. I don't know about y'all. Tonight's episode was a little mid to me. I was like, mid, skip. If you haven't already, make sure you get your Love Island t-shirt. We have shirts for sale that say watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and make sure you hype us up. Like, I love when you guys do that. Y'all been hyping us up. Y'all been making us feel good lately. So, yes.
That and the comments. The comments have been a blast.
Yes.
I think we have a great comment section. I love when everybody interacts with each other.
No.
I love that we got men in the comments. You know, I love a man who loves messy TV. Okay.
Yeah. No, I got some comments I actually want to talk about today. So we'll get to that. This week's sponsor is From Scratch and Soul Bakery. It's a Miami-based bakery specializing in cookies, cakes, brownies, breads, and other sweet treats made completely from scratch. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or simply satisfying a sweet craving, From Scratch and Soul Bakery has something for everyone. And the best part, they ship their baked goods nationwide, bringing homemade goodness right to your doorstep. Follow From Scratch and Soul Bakery on Instagram and check out the show notes to order you something sweet to snack on while you watching Love Island, okay? All right, so this episode, interesting. It was a lot, but it was a lot of little stuff. And I mentioned the comment section, but I did want to say one thing. So one of the commenters, just before I forget, she was like, some people don't like those brolicky ass dudes. And
this is true.
I was like, actually, like, you right, they was right brolicky, but I was like, I don't know, like that's my vibe. I don't know, but yeah, I could see everybody might not like it, but there was some big dudes.
Yeah, and I do feel like too sometimes when you are that big, it kind of already puts you in a category, a box. There was also some comments about, well, maybe they were like super lustful and like they were in there just for a good time. And so sometimes, as somebody who dates brolicky men, I know that is something that they can sometimes struggle with, like with perception, and like I've had those conversations. So I get it though. I was like, you're right, sis, you're right. And they could have also been lame. Yeah, we didn't see their conversations. That is also true.
But also,
maybe they wasn't giving off vibes. But
I still stand by all my statements.
I do too. I do too.
Still stand by all my statements.
Do too.
But I do think that it's different people got different types or whatever. But I'm like, this lightweight ass villa, like. Even Corey lightweight, like he getting juice from Melanie and Trinity, but he a little lightweight. Do we want to start there with this Corey, or do we want to start in Casa with KC? Like, let's actually start in Casa with KC.
Let's go to KC.
Let's go with KC because. Look, you got thoughts? I feel like you do.
Yeah, I do. My first thought is actually about Zach, because Zach, once again, was getting up in Black women's business, talking about how TT responded when Casey told her that he was going to sleep in the bed with Sydney, talking about she reacted worse than Anaya. Like, you don't want that, bro. Like, get out of Black women's business. Stop trying to manage a Black woman's tone and her emotions and how she responds. Please. For the love of God. Like, I am actually getting sick of it because he don't have shit to say about anybody else. Yeah. And it's like, you don't really have room because you're the same motherfucker who will lay up with somebody who laid up with your brother. You don't have a standard, my guy.
And he's a moping ass man. Like, so like the not making the women breakfast or Kata, not even the women, not making Kata breakfast that next morning. It's like he a little it's intentional, you know. It's a little OP. But off of him on KC and TT, okay?
Yes.
KC and TT, like you said it last time that she's going in super hard. I said last time I thought him and Sydney would hit it off. I'm actually surprised that it didn't go in that direction. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah,
and the way the producer set it up was kind of like, oh, you know, TT might have been coming on a little strong, and so, you know, he still wants to explore. He don't want to be left in a box. And so he was gonna, you know, see what's up, but he said he wasn't, you know, that attraction wasn't there, and I think it was just the vibe. The vibe wasn't there for him for whatever reason.
Yeah, this is something I'm picking up on with KC's ass, like, and I'm not a huge fan of it. When he was all like, cause she pursued me. I don't want no man. I feel like that's a knock against your manhood when you want a woman to pursue you. I'm not trying to say that's his like expectation. You know what I'm saying? Because who wouldn't want someone to say that they want you, right?
Yeah.
But there's a difference between having that be an expectation or being a thing that lifts one woman up over another. You know what I mean? Because it becomes this game of like, almost like you on the throne, and who out here, you know, giving me my accolades and laying at the king's feet this stuff, you know, the gifts and the whatever that show me that I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like, who does that the best? And I don't like that. I mean, I'm not trying to say that he went that hard. It's like this coupled with the magic, they don't know my powers comment from last time. I'm like
that. And he also said, you know, I don't have to beg for kisses no more. I can be getting kisses over here. I was like, okay, now KC, pipe down, just a little. But I will also say, I do agree with you. I'm not knocking what she's saying. I also think too, it is something about being in this experience where you are seeing your peers seemingly be wanted or whatever, whatever. And then it's just not happening for you, you know, because like at the end of the day, Anaya wasn't giving off my man vibes. And so I think experiencing the complete opposite of that, he's just like, oh shit, like, okay, you know, I am wanted out here. Maybe that I do got a little sauce. I do. So I think it's like a rejuvenation for him. At least I hope it is. I hope it ain't on no like cocky shit. Please chase me, because I am with you. I don't like no man who want to be chased down the goddamn riverbed. But I do think there is something in terms that's like knocking on him a little bit because of the contrast and what he's been experiencing with Anaya. Because Anaya's energy, even with Carl, it's like, you giddy, he in at every compliment, you ready to suck his face off. She was not giving that to KC at the end of the day. Like,
oh, I thought you were about to say like she's doing a little bit, but she's not doing a lot. I still don't see a lot from Anaya, and part of how she's acting with him makes me think like, maybe there was something there a little bit with KC that we just couldn't see. She couldn't express, because she don't seem like she's that expressive with Carl, but she does kiss him more. Right? We've seen her kiss him twice.
She full on kisses him. I think that's the biggest thing. They actually making out. It ain't no high school pecs in this bitch, you know?
No, so let me say this. I mentioned all that with KC, not to say that I think he is that guy, right? But there's levels to the shit. There's always levels to all things. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I peeped tonight. And with the combination of what came yesterday about they don't know my powers, it's you on that spectrum somewhere, and you may not be here like I expect, you know, women to whatever, but you might be like midway through that thing, KC. I mean, look, I gotta see a little bit more about TT. Like, I gotta see a little bit more, because I'm not seeing her personality enough to really understand if the connection is there or if it's just
less.
Yeah, the fact that it's easy for you because she's already said, you my man, you this, you that, you that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little note on Casey, because if I see it too much, or if I see it grow, and also I don't like him hanging out with Corbin. I said this before, like maybe a week or two ago.
This episode I was like, get the fuck away from him.
I was like, I don't like the bromance.
Expeditiously. I want to yell into the villa, Casey, you don't have no friends. Not a one. Not a one. Zach and Bryce ready to tear your couple apart any chance they get. Corbin, he a fuck dude.
Yeah,
Like, for real. Yeah. The only one, for real, the only one he probably need to be talking to is dang on Caleb.
Oh, Caleb.
But I know that's not entertaining, and it's not giving bro.
Right. I think Caleb
vibes.
born everybody still, in that villa. I am
100% with you. Get away from from Corbin ass.
Yeah, but one of the other things that stood out about this situation was that I wonder if he didn't give Sydney the breathing room to explore her further because of TT's reaction. Just knowing how he is, he's always trying to like guard for feelings and things like that. And I know he's like, oh, I didn't want to cuddle her, or we didn't this, that. It may have been because you're like in bed feeling guilty because she over there like she pissed off. And then I was like, was she hiding behind a dresser listening to their convo? Was that just me, or
I didn't catch that?
I saw her next to a dresser when he was talking to Sydney, but I'm like, they didn't show the full camera, so it must not have been that she was that's what was happening. Maybe it was just a shot of her earlier in the day and she was just near, I don't know, but I thought I saw a little clip after when he was talking to Sydney in the bedroom that she was like near a dresser or something, like she was crouched down. I don't know.
Could have been, I don't know. She gives off the vibe, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was true, to be quite honest. I will also say something I did not like. Oh, go ahead.
So, I was about to say, they didn't show her like, so I don't think it was, but I'm just like, why would they show that clip like that? It was very... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But something I will say about Tierra that I didn't necessarily like was when Casey said that he wanted to explore with Sydney. She kind of like laughed at that. I didn't like that because I'm like, come on now, like at the very least, can we just stick together? Y'all are all in this experience together. And just because you come in saying you really want somebody, don't mean that all of a sudden they're closed off and they can't explore other people. Yeah, because I was a little bit like, girl, what's your intentions? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're going a little bit hard for a man you don't know.
Yeah.
So what is going on here?
I know that's actually what gives me you put you touched it, girl. That's what gives me pause about her. It's that shit right there. It's something about it is a little too crazy, too early, too whatever. Now, granted, we have been watching KC. So there is an element of like, you could, what we say, the parasocial relationships. You could feel like you may know him because you've kind of seen him on all angles of how he's with Anaya, what he said to her, how also you see what he's like with the other guys. So you kind of feel like you have a bigger picture of what he's really like, as opposed to just maybe what Anaya may be receiving, just what he interacts with her as, right? But either way, like you said, she don't know him. But the issue for me with her is she got a little upset. Like, she came in talking about something, you supposed to be exploring. You supposed to be. Except when he's exploring on your ass. Is that what it is? Because, like, she came in like, that's what you're supposed to do. You going to explore me? You going to explore me? Like, she came in with that energy. And then it was like just a day later. He only known you for a day. And he came. So, it is what it is. But I think that there is something a little like
calculated.
No, I'm about to say like a little crazy, like in there when she was like, "You think I'm crazy, don't you?" I'm like, KC, like, what's going on with your spidey sense?
Yeah, even when she backpedaled and was like, "I'm sorry," and tried to take responsibility for it, I was like, she know what she doing. She know what she doing because she know how Anaya acted. She knew that Anaya was deep in her feelings, and so I think she being a little calculated.
Oh, she knows.
And she like, I have to show a different side. I have to react a little differently. I think she's like, I express these big, intense emotions, and now I need to show that I can take some responsibility and say, you know what, I was acting a little cray-cray, and it's on me, because that's not something that Casey saw in Anaya. I think she's being a little calculated. Just a little.
Yeah. But yeah, no, overall, I do think he gonna end up taking her back.
Oh, definitely is.
The question is going to be, is Anaya going to take... Do we want to flip over to the other side? Let's go to the villa and talk about Anaya. I ain't see too much one-on-one with them, so I ain't got much to say.
Yeah, I would just say like from the last episode again, like it does seem like they have some things in common, and so personality wise, they definitely seem like they're right up each other's alley, moving slow, very serious vibes. So, not too much playful energy, but Anaya, she was over there skimming through her pictures with KC on the phone one night while they was getting ready, and I'm like, girls, we need to focus.
Yeah,
we need to focus. You know what I'm saying? Like I said last episode, I wouldn't have chose that way, but whatever. It ain't me. At the end of the day, Anaya, you chose Carl ass. So I need you to go ahead and go all in on Carl, especially if you like him, so you can at least see and test and at least see if you can get something that you wasn't getting from KC. Because again, I feel like in that very first conversation she gave to Carl, she gave Carl more energy in that one conversation than she ever has with KC, personally.
Yeah, she did say something when Trinity asked her. She did say like, she was like, low key, yeah, it does feel different. So we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens with it. Everybody arguing about her colorism. We didn't say what we said.
Yeah.
We didn't say what we said.
Then I heard she wearing hazel contacts.
The hazel contacts. It's not confirmed, but typically dark-skinned people don't have hazel eyes like that. But I did. I saw a tweet like that, and I had sent it to you. They were like, y'all, we talking about somebody with hazel color eyes, and y'all talking about basically she's not color. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, that's what did it for me. The hazel color, contacts. Which typically that is what I judge people. I make an assessment. I make a quick assessment off that shit. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
It don't mean that you're a horrible person. It just means like, all right, you wanted some things that's not phenotypically in your category, your group, that's just how that's just I don't know, but it is what it is. We all, like I said, I have a lot of grace for Black people though, because we are the products of one of the most I'm gonna say horrible social experiments,
terrible events
ever.
Yes.
Horrible social experience, like experiment, like literally, like it lasted for so fucking long, and so we got a lot of shit going on. Yes, I give us grace, and so it's a lot of things. She get grace too, even Corbin gets grace,
and she's still up there on the rank list. She ain't even in I don't like the category.
Not the top. Trinity's at the top.
Yeah,
let's actually talk about Trinity next, because she was doing a lot of crying this episode. You know what I'm saying? She is the top client. She still is. I don't like that she's crying over Bryce, but
me either, baby.
What did you think?
Me either. I said not when you had Corey in front of you. But I did learn on social media that man got 2 kids, and one of them is 1. So once I saw that
about the little baby daddies coming on, okay,
the
baby daddies, the little kids.
Yeah, literally. I said I don't even want him for Trinity no more, and it's unfortunate because what you doing with a 1-year-old on this show?
Yeah, I don't even want him for Melanie. She rising, she been good. She been real good.
Yeah.
But he gives me fabulous vibes. Every time I see him, I'll be like FABOLOUS. It's not just
the jean jacket, the jean shorts,
in the face.
And it's so crazy because the style really do give Trinity's man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really do. I can see them in the old school photo shoot with the spray paint hearts and all that behind them. I can see them,
and the fur boots on her, leather jacket on him.
Yes, I really can see it. I can see it. And so it is unfortunate that they wasn't giving each other, I guess, enough energy. But I was a little confused. I was like, the night before, y'all was tonguing down in the photo booth, having good conversations. I was kind of confused on why the next morning it flipped, unless it is because he expressed interest in Melanie, and then Trinity said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and back up, and now all of a sudden I'm missing Bryce. Because she was standing 10 toes in her energy. She was exploring. She went to bed. She wasn't up thinking about Bryce's ass. And now all of a sudden she crying and scared that it might be a white on the other side that he gonna be interested in.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. If what the order of it was, like, did she lose interest in him because he seemed to be expressing interest in Melanie? But because, you know, we don't know how they cut and add, and you know what I mean, something could happen earlier in the day and then something else happened later, whatever. However, I remember last episode I said, look, he put Melanie for that chat first. And I be paying attention to men, how they operate, how they move. He pulled Melanie for that not chat, but for that kiss. And it left a mark on my like brain on it. And so I felt like when I saw even the first look today, I was like, I knew I needed him to show me his interest in Trinity, because I don't know, you know.
Yeah. He also told Melanie that she was his number one. So,
yeah.
Or the first person he was interested in.
The order that they kiss the ladies in, I feel like that is very, very telling, you know?
But yeah, we will see where the Melanie thing goes. It does seem like they're also vibing. He was talking his big one, okay? He said, who you with ain't it, but I can be it and all of it times 10, okay? So we shall see. And Melanie was eating it up.
Yeah.
And also, too, he came in and snitched. So...
Yeah, but the thing is that Melanie ass knew that Sincere was lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the part that something I wrote down, I can't remember what she said, but she said it hurts her heart, like when she was thinking about the whole situation. And I was like, that's because it's like this element of self-abandonment. Like, you may get what you want up front, like this man, and he picks you, you know, whatever. But when you send yourself through too much stuff to get to that, it's like it doesn't feel good. The soul always keeps score, you know what I mean? And it always comes back. And so it's just like you're not protecting yourself. You're letting yourself go through whatever. And it's like, damn, do you have your back? You know what I mean? So that feeling is probably what she feels. It's like, damn, it's like other people recognize that this man, he done lied to me. I knew it too, but to see it, like other people hold up mirrors to you. They help you to see yourself and see what you're doing and dealing with. And so I was like, I was liking them as they get back together, but also it is kind of like, damn, he over there with Amor, just looking like he about to sail through to the finish line with that girl. But I can't tell nothing with him because he lied and he gives his all, and then he'd be like, psych.
Right.
So I don't know what's happening. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was all for the snitching, to be quite honest, because it was like he was coming in as somebody watching. So it was almost like hey, this is what we seeing play out. So yeah, you do deserve better. You can do better. But yeah, I was all for the snitching. I said, oh, I like a snitch. Go ahead and let her know. Let her know what is up over here on this side while we over here watching. Also, too, even when she was like, in the last episode, you know, hopefully this is his last little hoorah or whatever, and then he's gonna come home to mama and be happy and safe. It's like, girl, no, that goes back to that self-abandonment. You're trying to find reasons to be okay with his behavior, and it's just not gonna be okay. Like, point blank period. It's just not gonna be okay. You're setting yourself up to have a toxic spiral with this man.
Yeah. And it was someone, I saw this thing, and I don't want to put this on that girl at all, because you live, you learn, and you grow, right? But somebody was like, Melanie gives, he know where home is. And I'm like, oh, you don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be that. I don't think she's quite there yet at that level, but I think that it's all about choices. You know, you are the choices that you make. And that is constantly recalibrating, just always, in good ways and in bad ways. So there's always tomorrow to choose a new whatever, you know, or to chart your course. So
well, let's go ahead and go to the sincere side of it all. Like he said, he is all up in Amor face. To me, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's genuine. He ain't even looking that girl in the eyes.
Really?
He ain't looking that girl in the face. He just talk and he just be, and I think you're a good listener because your ears are open, and I know that you're listening to me because you say that you're listening to me, and I know that you're listening because you're responding to me, so that you must be listening, and like, you know, you talk back to me, so I know it's just, he ain't saying shit, like, and he's just off staring off into space. She was like, I like you. I like you too. Oh, Sincere is that type of man where he will date a woman for a long time or for any amount of time. They might go on a little break. He gonna be that one that gonna find something real quick to nestle inside of. He gonna make that girl feel oh so special. And then when it's time to get back to who he want to be with, he just gonna be like, oh yeah, it was nothing. It was nothing. I'm over it. Bye. Like, over here, back to where I was. That is sincere. He loved to play. He loved to play.
Like Tasha off Insecure, when she was like, when Lawrence was dating her, trying to do the in-between between Issa and whoever else. But I will say, I sort of think that he likes the girl. That's my view. Just like I think he liked Soul, but at the end of the day, he chose Melanie. And so I do think he may choose Melanie again, but I think he likes her. But I wrote down something odd. I was like, not him out here talking about, I can't wait to talk to you more. I'm like, while we're talking? Like, talk to me now. Like, I don't understand. Like, it was just like disjointed. So I will say that. But we already talked about in the beginning of the season how he's not a great conversationalist when he was trying to talk to Kata ass, you know? Not a great conversationalist. It's giving.
She talking about I asked God for a son and there's a butterfly, baby.
Yes, let's talk about
you are in the middle of Fiji. It's butterflies everywhere, girl. I don't think we need to be out in the middle of nature, possibly a jungle or beachfront, and talking about butterflies or the sun.
Fact.
At all.
Fact.
At all. Maybe a bear. Maybe a bear walking by. We can say it's a sign. Something unnatural that shouldn't be here, but not a butterfly. Not a butterfly.
Yeah, I'm so surprised at her. I actually am surprised at her. Like, literally, I thought that she would, you know how like Sydney was like, you look like Lord Farquhar or whatever the dude from Shrek. Oh, she was clowning him from day one. I thought Amor was going to come in with not necessarily clowning energy, but like, we all know who you are. You've lied. And so I am unclear as to how she does all this self-work in terms of like affirmations and things like that. But we're not, like, maybe she didn't watch the season. I don't know.
Child, you know, sometimes the self-work, the emotional intelligence, the journaling, it's just an entry point of conversation. It don't actually mean nothing. You know, people just use it as like a, this is what I do, and it's great, but it's not no actual substance.
They're not doing it
behind it whatsoever. It's not actually something you sitting with. And some people be fresh in their journey talking about they doing it.
Facts. Yeah.
And they have not actually gotten to the practice of it. You know, it takes time for journaling, I think, to really like do what it's supposed to do. It has to actually be a practice. And so I don't know, they're also young, so I'm not trying to say, you know, it's all fake and whatever, but you know, it's like a man saying I'm a man of God. What that mean? What does that mean? What you been reflecting on? What you been journaling about? What do you journal about? You know, the good, the bad. Okay, that's the start of it. Like, what's the last thing you journaled about? What's something that you learned from journaling? What's something that you are trying to work on through journaling? I don't know if it's reflected in some of these actions.
Yeah.
Or at least sincere.
Yeah, and I think it's different intentions for like any practice or tool. It can reinforce the negative shit that you already have. You get what I'm saying? Like, because journaling as itself is like, can relieve stress, you know what I'm saying? Can help you process like something. And so like, let's say Sincere out here, like, oh, Melanie was this and Melanie was pissing me off and da-da-da-da. Like he writing all this stuff out and it makes him feel better, but he's not processing his side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like He's not processing what he's doing. So it is what it is.
Yeah, child. No, I have no faith over there. Even if he do bring her back, that's just gonna be added drama, I think, in my opinion. But should we go ahead and move into Corbin? He was at first sleeping with Jada. He done dropped that. He all up Parmita ass. Apparently he done. Now I had saw where somebody had said that he was already following her. She reminded him in this episode. He acted like he didn't remember. Cool. Got it. Like, motherfucker, please. And I wish I would remind you of some shit. You act like you don't know. And I'm fine as wine in front of you, ho. Please. Next. But she ate it up. Mwah, 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 mwah. Yeah. They like to do their little nibble and dibble. They seem like they both there for sex. Parmita said, I can't do Caleb. He is giving husband vibes. And so she is like, I'm here for some sex, baby. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. But they are most definitely giving the, I hate to say it, stereotypical Miami vibes. So I'm like, y'all go ahead and do y'all thing, please.
Yeah. And I'm like, how are we finding the Delulus? See what I'm saying? The ones who want to step out of reality and be in a fantasy.
I think Parmita is out of reality.
I think she is. You said what?
You think she out of reality?
I think it's Delulu because like I'll say this. Unless she's literally just here for like, I'm not trying to fall for him. I'm just here. I can literally strictly shut off my feelings. And I do not think women are good at that. Sue me, but I don't think they're good at it. And so I feel like he stay finding him like a Delulu woman. And I say Delulu in the sense of like, they're not looking for stability and things that are going to be for their benefit long term or be for their benefit, their feelings, their emotions, whatever. They are trying to ride the wave of like, oh my gosh, you excite me. Oh my gosh, this and this and that. And it's like, that shit is going to crash and burn. Like, there's no way that wherever direction they go in, it's going to crash and burn. Now, the only person who can go down a crash and burn lane, I feel like, is someone who is a woman who's also looking to use you and hop off. Like, if you have money, I think sometimes women will do that. But like, if that's not your vibe, I just feel like you're just, I don't know, you're like playing with a fantasy. Like, why would you think this is going to materialize into anything? And I think that as women, we always have feelings.
To me, Parmita doesn't give me that. She gives me, she is here for a good time. Now, Kenzie, she's delusional because she's like mixing the two. She's definitely in Delulu land to me, but Parmita gives me, she know what the hell she doing and she fine with it. You know, I don't think she's looking for a happily ever after with Corbin whatsoever.
It's not that I think she's looking for a happily ever after. I guess it's just, I just feel like it's always going to have a negative endpoint, you know? But maybe
or just we did our thing and I don't know. I feel like because I've been through a period in my life where I'm like, yeah, okay, and there wasn't necessarily anything that I was getting like monetary. Like, it was just like, we cool, we kicking it, we vibing, and when it fall off, it fall off. And so I don't think that, I think it is possible to me, and she gives me that a little bit. And she gives me that she is, at least at the very bare minimum, a woman who has had experience with different types of men. One, just like from her cultural background, like there's a high standard within that, right? And then outside of that, if she's ever, well, she clearly explores because she dealing with Corbin. But yeah, so I don't know. I am betting on Parmita to be she might be the wolf in the situation a little bit, or they just two wolves getting along and having a good time. I don't think she's gonna be going down a romance lane. If she do, she will surprise the hell out of me.
It's not even romance. I guess I'm just trying to say that, like, I do not think, maybe I'm using Delulu to mean just like,
or why wouldn't you? Yeah, but I just feel like it's okay if you're not in a place where you're looking for marriage and something serious. And so for the opposite of Corbin would be Caleb. And she like, yeah, that's like too intense for me. And that's okay. She just, us at our age, we like, girl, you live and you learn and you understand. But I feel like young, hot, popping your shit, doing your thing, living in Miami. Have a ball, girl. Have a ball. And sometimes the Corbins, they feel too green. It feels like, I'm good on that. I'm good. I need something a little bit more in there.
I may be just the prude in this situation. That may be what it is.
Maybe.
Because I don't see how any woman could ever willingly walk towards him. Especially when I just don't see it. And
well, he's a good-looking man. That's the first part of it.
But it's like, that's not everything. Like, girl, Corbin,
you talking with like a higher level of like consciousness and things like that. And forgetting the age of these ladies, the maturity level, but also too, like, again, I don't think everybody is probably coming in here with the experience of like, I'm looking for a husband or somebody who's giving off Caleb vibes. Caleb couldn't even do the damn tickle shit right. Like he ain't giving Big Daddy. Come here, Big Daddy.
He did do the challenge very well. But also, I will say Caleb is boring. He's boring everybody in there. I think even Jalen is just trying to get her ass up into the villa. You know what I'm saying? Is that her name Jaden?
Jaden, yeah.
She's just trying to get into the villa. But
no, literally, that conversation was like, boo.
Yeah,
literally. I like that about you. I think that you understand. I'm a very honest guy. I'm like, oh my God, these country values and morals. Like, please. It gives me honor and integrity from Survivor. That is what Caleb gives me a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna get off Permita, but it's just something about it. It's like these ladies are crazy. Like, they like silly. That's what I guess I mean more than anything. It's like stay finding him a silly woman. I just think I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be silly.
I don't think Parmita's.
I think she's silly because I just can't see opening my legs for somebody like that. But also, I recognize that I may be coming from a different space. But I'm not even talking about me at the age I am now. I just always have been like this. I've always been clutching my pearls.
There's women out there hitting it and quitting it. Okay, there most definitely is that ain't getting no money. They just like. We cool.
But it's like hit it and quit it with somebody that's better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like hit it and quit it with somebody who's better than him. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm okay with a hit it and quit it, but hit it and quit it with somebody that is like not a wolf like he is, you know? I don't think wolves deserve pussy. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's just...
I'm not saying that Corbin is the best guy. He definitely has his flaws. He is he's a bit much, even when he was like, these girls are way better than the Villa girls. Like, he says shit that just be like, bruh.
I think that just the Villa girls were kind of a little bit closed off to him, even though they really liked him in the beginning, like when he walked in. And so he couldn't get no play. But here he's getting play. That's pretty much it, I think on his end, why he thinks they're better.
Who else we got left? We got, what's her name? Jen and Gal. I ain't gonna lie. Seeing them together, I was like, oh, maybe they will work. They give beach bonfire family to me. In the middle of Calabasas, California, that owns like a seed oil-free cafe on the corner. Yes. That is what they give me together.
Something like that. I wrote down that she said something like, I love being obsessed with someone. I was like, Jen, I thought you were smarter than this girl. And then she was like, I've never cooked for a man. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? When he like, and then he like the I was like, okay, Jen, you back in my good graces because I love that for you. But yeah, is that everybody?
We also have Kenzie and Dylan.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think this might be her man, and I hate that. I actually do hate that because I do not like her. I don't like the girl. And so I want her to have a season of solitude so she can grow as a better person. She's never going to grow if she is lapped up with a new man. But I think this man might be right up her alley because he's giving that he's just enough. But he also gives that he's trying a little. Yeah. Like, he's trying a little hard. Mm-hmm. Not hard,
we'll see
but
how
like.
long it lasts.
Yeah. But I was like, this might be somebody that she ends the show with if they don't get split up or whatever. But she's definitely taking him back.
Their conversation was boo too. And I'm like, you over here talking about sugar and spice, everything nice. This is why we said you was lustful, girl. Right tit, left tit. Like, you just, can I kiss you? And she already on top of him. I'm like, this is why we said you were lustful, my girl. And then he said, yeah, I'm 6'3". Yeah, I noticed that you were tall.
I know. I was like, she gonna notice the superficial shit.
Yes.
Always.
I don't know if I need to call her precious. Like, it's a mess though, whatever.
Yeah. But we didn't talk about the challenge.
The only thing I was like, oh, they made this an even tie so they can set up this little group orgy.
Oh,
that was it.
No, facts. But KC did, KC and them did. They won a round for real. But not the ladies sucking toes. Not the ladies sucking toes. that was unacceptable. Like that
Very
was
much
unacceptable.
so.
Trinity,
Very
we
much
taught
so.
you better than this, girl.
Yeah. And who else sucked the toe? Kenzie.
Yeah.
Sincere.
You acting like Kenzie ass. Come on now. Trinity.
And Sincere sucked the toe. He went from seasoning toes to let me do it again.
The front, I think. Like,
yeah, I don't know if he put the whole toe. Yeah.
And
it was
Bryce
a bit much.
Too. I'm just like.
Yeah. Well, Bryce is a toe sucker. He loved to suck toes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, alrighty, I think that's it for this episode. Make sure you drop your comments. If you are on Apple or Spotify, give us your 5-star review. And we will catch you for Wednesday. Oh, no, actually Thursday's episode.
Yeah. Finally, I get to have some sleep out this bitch. All right. Bye.